Hey, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show, where we are again on our journey to 250,000 subscribers, rocket shipping past 100,000 in under a month. So I want to turn around and I want to talk about last night. Trump was at the National Association of Black Journalists, and he was at this conference whereby he was asked a question about Kamala Harris. Let's go to that clip. You cannot believe the level of stupidity and the racism coming out of this GOP nominee's mouth. Let's take it to the clip and you'll hear my reaction.
Follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition
DEI.
of that? Give me a definition.
Sir, I'm asking you a question,
No,
a
you
very
have to
direct question.
Define it for me, if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that she is
somebody should look into that too when you ask continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, first of all, why did he go in the first place? I want each and every one of you to think about this for a brief second. So Donald shows up to come on, to the National Association of Black Journalists Conference. And this young lady goes right at him with a very, very simple question. The question about DEI. And the truth is, Donald has no idea what DEI is. And so he asks and she explains. And that's not really the answer that he's looking for. He wants to understand more so that he can give another bullshit answer. And he says, no, well, explain it. Then he turns around and decides that he wants to show that he's not the racist. And so instead of attacking black people because he's at a black journalist conference, he decides to attack Kamala for being of Indian descent. And that she's always identified as Indian descent, to which, of course, the moderator, the journalist, turns around and says, no, that's not true. And then just one day, somebody should look into it, the fact that one day she woke up and she turned black. I mean, where is he going with this? Wait, she's black? Really? I mean, it is the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life. And in fact, there's so many questions that you can ask of Donald Trump that have these racist tropes, these undertones. But it doesn't stop there. You see, it's not like Donald learns his lesson after putting first his foot up his ass and then in his mouth. He takes those little feet of his and he continues. He continues with another appearance, this time on Fox with Laura Ingraham, where he goes ahead and he doubles down on the stupidity, which makes no sense. Let's go to that clip. And again, you're going to get my reaction.
How would they consider a Harris presidency? That's just in geopolitics.
I think they'll walk all over her. I think they'll look at her. I think they'll walk all over her. She'll be so easy for them. She'll be like a play toy. They look at her and they say, we can't believe we got so lucky. They're going to walk all over her. And I don't want to say as to why, but a lot of people understand it.
I don't want to say as to why, but a lot of people will understand it. Let's break that down for a second. He doesn't want to say it because then again, it would basically be coming out and acknowledging his racism, his underlying racism and so on. The people he's referring to are, that's right, MAGA. That's who he's talking about. I mean, so look, that was with Fox News's Laura Ingraham when she went ahead and she asks Trump how he thinks that international leaders would consider a Kamala Harris presidency. She didn't even finish asking the question before Trump jumps in again with this racist trope, with this nonsensical response, suggesting that Vice President Harris would not be able to stand up to world leaders because of her appearance, adding, again, that he doesn't want to spell it out, but the viewers would know what he meant. We do know what you mean, Donald, and we're disgusted by it. Look, let me be very clear about something. One thing I can assure you that President Kamala Harris will not do is to show nuclear secrets to our adversaries, will not turn around and have secret meetings as Trump did with Vladimir Putin in Helsinki, will not turn around and refer to our adversaries like Kim Jong-un, like Mohammed bin Salman, like Xi Jinping, like Viktor Orban. I mean, like just our adversaries. He will not refer to them as my best friends or writing love letters back and forth to one another. Because rest assured, the people that they want, the people that I'm referring to again are these autocratic leaders that Donald writes these love letters with. The last person that they want in the White House right now, is each one is playing a very dangerous world game, is Kamala Harris. Because they already know what they need to do in order to curry favor with Donald. It's one of two things, and one of two things only. The first one, which may not be more important than the second, but the first one is just compliment him. I mean, have you not forgotten when Vladimir Putin praised Donald Trump, calling him a genius, and then Donald Trump automatically sucked that in, started talking about how Vladimir Putin thinks he's a genius, complimented Vladimir Putin back, even went so far as to say that he takes the word of Vladimir Putin over our law enforcement agents. I mean, I want you to think about how damaging that is to the morale of our FBI, our Secret Service, our NSA, to our law enforcement agents that are doing their job to protect us. He's denigrating them on a world stage. But then again, there's round two. If they don't want to praise him, for whatever reason, he's not the handsomest, he's not the richest, he's not the smartest, that's okay. Throw out a number. Donald, how much do you want? And so when you start listening to stupid people turning around and saying, yeah, but for example, he'll be good to Israel. No, he won't. He'll be good to whoever pays him the most. And rest assured, I know him better than you do. And I'm telling you, Donald Trump is and has always been for sale. I mean, the guy is selling pardons. Why would he not sell U.S. secrets? Let's also not forget, I mean, there's so many examples and they just pop into my head as I'm ranting. How about when Donald Trump showed nuclear secrets of a nuclear vessel to an Australian billionaire who happens to be a member of Mar-a-Lago? Imagine telling somebody about this nuclear sub. Imagine telling them how many nuclear warheads are on that submarine. There may not be a more dangerous, stupid act than something like that. And then for Donald to make these statements talking about her appearance, and again, we all know that that's twofold as well. It's her race and her gender. And the fact that he doesn't even have the balls to say what it really is, it should disqualify him from running for the presidency or ever being president of the United States, because Donald Trump will be the most dangerous thing to America's democratic republic that this country has ever seen. And it's why I will finish by saying, vote Kamala Harris 2024. Hey everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.